even enough. The NBBFC is trying, the Nigerian Boxing Federation is trying, but they cannot do it alone without money. We need money to do some certain things, and that is the position that can really help Nigerian boxing to grow. Let us, devote some good amount of money. In Ghana, every weekend they have boxing bouts. But in Nigeria now, what is happening? Nothing is happening. Even promoters, they don't want to put their money in boxing anymore. I think the NSC needs to wake up. Okay. They need to do something in this regard.
Okay, well, I share your pain, and I hope that the authorities are listening. But before I let you go, let's talk about something that happened today. Ken Norton, one of the boxers who made his name breaking Muhammad Ali's jaw. They actually fought 3 times, but the one that everybody remembers, 1973, broke Muhammad Ali's jaw. Even the 2 times Ali defeated Ken Norton was the judges were booed, even on one occasion, just to show you. I mean, it's one of few fighters that were able to defeat Ali, and the man is gone. And I mean, I think history will be fair to him. Was a good boxer.
He will be remembered so much for the game he loved so much. He gave all his best to the game of boxing, and the only bout that gave him the kind of fame that people are talking about now is the one in 1973, like you mentioned, that he broke the jaw of Muhammad Ali. He was fighting for the North American Boxing Federation heavyweight title, and he defeated Muhammad Ali over 12 rounds by split decision. So when you look at it, he's somebody you cannot even forget in a hurry like that, because of some certain things he has been able to put, and he contributed in the game of boxing. But he died of congestive heart failure, and there are some things that goes along. But 70 years he contributed his quota. May so rest in perfect peace.
Well, a lot of people have said maybe Ali's problem. Maybe this man had a hand. I mean, he was diagnosed in 1984.
Exactly.
I mean, the Parkinson disease. I mean, and that's Muhammad Ali, your picture.
Yeah.
A lot of people have said, I mean, apart from Joe Frazier, I think the only other person you could mention in that bracket that really gave Ali a tough time will have to be Ken Norton.
You have to be Ken Norton, and he happened to be the second boxer again that defeated Muhammad Ali in his boxing career. So you must give it to him. He contributed his own quota, like I said, and he's somebody that they will not forget in a hurry.
With Lennox.
They won't forget him in a hurry. I think pundits, boxing stakeholders, they have started reacting to this, because it's going to be a great miss to the world of boxing. And he was he was inducted in the Hall of Fame in 1992. So he tells you a lot about what this man brought to the table in the world of boxing. It's a great achievement, massive achievement, no doubt about that. And the game of boxing will never forget it.
Okay. I really want to thank you for your time on the show, Tunji, and I hope that things will change, like you have said, and some of the solutions, that you have proffered.
We will not stop until things change for boxing in Nigeria.
Hopefully things will change. We'll go on a break now. When we come back, we'll be talking bar sports. Join us again.
You know when it's hot, it is sweltering. And when it's cold, it could be frigid. Water levels are rising. Flood is rampant. Diseases are on the increase. Green monster flourishes on our waterways. Scientists say it is climate change. Politicians negotiate it, and world leaders debate it. But what do you make of it? Understand your climate. Make sense of the world on Earth File.
It opens with a gate of arts, moves into windows of creativity.
She finds the only English word she knows from somewhere hidden in the belly of a 4'9" body, and instead of "I won't get," she greets us with "bye bye."
Branches into rooms of color, and ends with a roof of imagination. Walk into Art House. The pieces all come together at 9:30 p.m. every Saturday. Art House, life is art.
All right, welcome back. And I've just been joined by Tunde, and of course we'll be talking about chess. tonight on the show, as is usual, on Thursday evening. So let me welcome you, Tunde, and how's your week been?
Well, my week has been great, and chess has been going on very well in the country.
Okay, I know you're eager to talk about chess, and you know a lot of people will see you on the streets and say, well, apart from football, nothing is really happening in Nigeria. And you know sometimes you're tempted to believe them, but I know you're one of the few people who say that's not true.
Certainly.
So start us off by talking about the Lagos Chess Classic.
Well, the Lagos Chess Classic are in two phases. You have the under 17 tournament coming that is already holding, started on Wednesday and will be finishing tomorrow. Then the Lagos main chess classic itself would be coming up in October from the 8th
Okay.
18th to 21 of October, and it's going to be massive because Egyptians are coming and a number of people will be coming from outside of the country, Africa, international, and all the wise.
Okay, I mean, is it an all-comers affair? You know, is it? I mean, you have to be ranked. You know, that's some of the questions.
Well, for the Lagos Chess Classic, I believe there are two different. There are several categories. There is the unrated to 2,000 rating. Then there is the masters segment. Also, there is also the ladies, and at the same time, we have the under 14s. Because certainly we have to start preparing for the future of chess in Nigeria. And Chess in Schools has actually done a great job in doing that. Because for the pedal chess tournament that held just some few months ago, there were about 50 schools in attendance for the upcoming chess players, for the young guys in the primary schools and things like that. And it has been quite interesting to note, to see, and to experience.
Before we go to the other thing that I know you also want to talk about, I mean, well, it's always good when you talk about top players, but let's leave that aside a little. I mean, let's talk about our own. How can you gauge whether or not, I mean, the interest of sports lovers have been stimulated in some way with some of these things that you tell us is happening in Lagos?
Well, one way or the other, you'd realize that with what has been happening presently in the world of chess, there are more tournaments coming up. More people are interested in organizing tournaments. You have the Zalika Garden tournament in Abuja that holds virtually every other weekend. You have the Ondo State chess tournaments that hold virtually every weekend. You have the Bayelsa second quarterly that is holding this weekend. And a number of these things are beginning to help in the development of chess in the country. And one way or the other, when you look at it, you'll find out that Chess in Schools is not just in Lagos State. It has gone past just Lagos State. You have Chess in Schools in Ondo State. You have Chess in Schools in Abuja. You have Chess in Schools developing all over the country. And I believe, well, Chines has done a great job in helping us do that.
Okay. I'm going to also ask you this one quickly, and it gives our viewers an opportunity to I mean, some erroneous opinion that people have about chess. I mean, some people say, I know it's not true, but some people say that, look, it's an elite game and you have to be, there's some level of intelligence you have to attain before you can. So maybe you can quickly help us out and tell us what actually you need to be a chess player.
Well, to be a chess player, I want to believe that what one needs is not to be an elite in itself, but to be able to recognize patterns, to be able to play and go back to your games and study your games.
You don't have to be Albert Einstein.
No, you don't have to be. But you just have to be committed to work.
Okay.
You have to be committed
to learning,
to reading, and a couple of things like that. Because there are several aspects of the game that you need to understand as a chess player.
I even hear there's a textbook. I saw one of those books, and you know, I read it first page, second page. I thought, I mean, do I have to read all of this before I become a genius? I mean,
well, you have.
Do you need to read those books, or just by watching people play?
You certainly do need to read those books, because chess is one of the games that has the ability to replay your games. You can replay your games, and by looking at other people's games, by studying the games of great players that have come and gone. It's not like these people have a brain of machines or something, but